Так, ну что ж, продолжение следует. Чё, как? Йоу, так. Йоу, какого? Просто баги, окей. Все, 4-я часть, погнали. Так, ну вчера я ничего не доделывала вне камеры. Мы очень долго посидели и в целом сделали, кажется, все, что могли сделать. Сейчас, кстати, завтра будем играть в Юманики. Бля, что происходит? В общем, чекайте. Йоу. Лучшая игра года, ей-богу, я клянусь. Чай будет вам пояснять за Юманики и прочий бред. Так, сейчас я подразберусь с парочкой вещей. Как обычно, чай не может сосредоточиться на чем-то нормально. Удаляем. Так, да. Вот эту вот штуку придется удалить. Вы не видите, что я делаю на телефоне. И слава богу. Let's go. Типа, боже мой. Я с телефона мониторю чат, мониторю ютубчик, удаляю неудачные стримцы, точнее те, которые вот на пару минуточек были. Да, продолжение стрима ждет, просто я не хочу сливать несколько игр в одну, для того, чтобы нормально добавлять их везде, наверное. Поэтому... боже. Хвала Disco Elysium. Сразу закидываем в плейлист то, что это прохождение от чая. Так, продолжаем. Четвертый день. Чё по квестам? Ага, ну вот эту вот штуку мы уже никогда не узнаем. Ким. Ага, Рене. Фотку кто сложил? Проанализируйте. Гэри. Джойс. Татуировки. Так. Классье. Так, снимем бумбокс. Закинем вместо этого пакет. Будем самым модным копом в мире. Надо будет еще за... О, да, доброго утра. Развернись. Ага. Логика. Так, чтобы открыть... боже. Так, классье. Так, да ничего. Ладно, убегаем наверх.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate.
I understand. I didn't lie. Not.
'Tis true. The lady.
It was a mistake. I'm sorry for wasting your time.
Why did you waste our time then?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Is she implying the Hardy Boys are the law?
I know that. But the people around here, they don't see it that way. You're right. You answer to the coalition government, and by extension...
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done, where the cold oceanic expanse lies, and behind it, another world.
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts. Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern.
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, and, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me. It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intent with a bigger company. The kind you really...
I need the names of the companies involved.
The job was Lewsdoen County Savings Bank.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Luskop and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, this was not a joke. Real people lost their jobs. A lot of people got hurt.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. This...
One of them killed themselves because of me. How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it? By bargaining, then. I do that too. It's not all that effective. We were there. Okay. He was in a kneeling. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through.
A great pain moves through her. A dark and indefinite wave. She continued.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
You were right. He did enjoy the moment of his death.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came. So am I.
She throws it away.
What time was this? When did it happen?
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No. Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on. He was still on the floor, slouched.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection.
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time.
Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the
leader?
The Hardy Boys. Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like...
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do...
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time.
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does. Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with... Ruby said to wait here. She also... I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding. Last week, Angus and Titus's brother...
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the... Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
That's the first thing that went... I thought they'd found me, so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have any...
We can't go after loose...
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant, because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth.
You have to understand, the people around here, he kept throwing stones at him for 3 days.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. She nods. He's thinking. Or maybe you should take her to the station. For safety. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave. Multi-face. I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up. With force. If you want to continue pushing her. But we are awake, sire. Get a hold of yourself just once, will you? So you say. But give us one example of deceit. Just one example. Who is this person? Stop staring at her eye. It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least for now. The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Дон Старов будет, но не скоро. Не скоро, это прям мягко говоря. Пока что закончим с Disco Elysium, закончим с Beholder'ом, и только тогда потом уже... Наверное, завтра не буду брать выходной, потому что я тогда тупо не успею. О. Стоп, поговорим со всеми.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
I'm going to say no, just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say? Okay.
Jean.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous. I see you found yourself a little something from my wardrobe. Not bad at all. What brings you here? Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer? Well, here's to you. You did? And how did you like him? I told you he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people. Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together. That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess. It is. On Sundays. He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean. A visitor from the first world to his opportunities in Occident. So, or is it just money? I don't know. What about me, gendarme? You can keep it. I don't mind. I can appreciate beauty when I see it. How cunning. I like men who take what they want. Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions. Nothing. That I didn't see anything. Why shouldn't he? What friend? No, I don't think it came up. Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types. Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Yes, but he was speaking to some... Yes, you know those tiny speaker... Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese. Sure. Anything else on your mind?
It's the sports. He's a sports guy. All about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
It's you again. What is it? Why? Sounds like you're making her a suspect. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too,
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory.
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man in his 30s. Overbearingly masked, sitting on his cross. An asymmetric burn on his neck, resembling the letters lost, and then the emblem on his in the far corner. Standard working boot on his neck. Let's call this one size 41 in the middle. In conclusion, these 7 are the act exactly, but none of this is news to you. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Time to move on. Nothing is happening. The pieces are there, but they remain... Sorry, you're not coming up with anything. Again, the pieces are still nothing. But that's okay. Right. Puzzleface shouldn't be the cool guy when he fails. Shush. I'm just more level-headed than you. That's my thing. Let's look at this as a learning experience. What are the components you need? His wife left him. He needs to kill himself. Make her sorry she did. No. He needs to say, 500 layers and I can't remember the first line. Smart move. The components are access to the... For starters, you could find out what's behind that mystery door in the kitchen. Can't get through the door. You know what would help. Doing A. Did someone say something already? No. You could crack Classia's last defenses. Also, you should say, I need to kill myself and it's all over. Say, 500... No. Nothing. It's that simple.
Unless we have more business, we should.
Bonsoir. The golden boy returns once more. Wonderful. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great... You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off.
Judging from how happy he is, it looks like you did it. Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in.
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it had to be. An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the...
This must be the woman who bought the gun.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track.
Union Boy's gonna help you fix it. He winks at you. Don't...
The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the...
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but unfortunately I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be?
There it is again. The pig.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not.
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast, the one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Order it. You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even... Harry, we out... The more they send... Harry, there is... We're not going to give enough...
So that's why...
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance. Because we're It's already happening. 2,300...
And they're all well motivated.
No idea.
He really doesn't know. The guy, huh?
I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone.
He really doesn't.
Harry. Well, let's just...
So the village is doomed.
You were there. You saw... Reset. I have big plans. Harry. Imagine... Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on. And I knew you were one...
There is true indignation in his voice when he speaks. The pain is true. He's seen kids do worse than that.
Oh, I do, Harry. I really... Oh, you mean what's... We've been running back with renewed zeal...
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be... All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. The company thinks we're gonna
And the kids on the street.
I'm an old-fashioned, but if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep... You know why you're... Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug... Let's look at the big... I'm gonna unite...
Let's keep focusing on the drug trade. He was almost admitting to it.
Harry, the length you're willing to go to keep your... We're way past... You can bother Leonard with that. Great, Harry. This has been... I'm always happy to educate... Very nice.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. This time, something cracks inside. It is an unbelievably satisfying,
Nice.
filling you with a belief.
Well, sounds like...
You clearly see footprints in the
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new. 3 weeks maximum from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too.
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
It was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation. It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route leading to the roof. These prints, officer, could be...
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person. I wouldn't rule out Ruby coming here yet. No. These little
Everything around you. Over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy.
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic. A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. Reads the Get the Game On, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready. Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent God indeed. Think of them as balls. It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was. The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting him. An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent. He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too.
But you seem to be having fun.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although suddenly a special passage leading to the summit slides open, maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit. The words "our rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a...
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually... This can be navigated. The balls hit the pads as you're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
How if you can't even see it? The last goat plumets into the fog with almost suicidal glee. It killed itself. There goes nothing. You see a heavy steel door.
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling.
This small elevator smells of nougat and sweat. Your head there are large rectangular buttons.
Seems so, although it's pretty quaint for a freight elevator.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
At some point, 20 years ago, looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used downstairs in the hall, next to the main.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the...
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager, he does not appear to be the kind of man who...
It's not a ghost story. It...
Ну что ж, мы нашли некоторые зацепки для некоторых других квестов. Ну, думаю, вечерок будет тихий, потому что осталось выполнять только самые нудные занятия и квесты, так что, ну, просто будем надеяться, что я до вечера успею все это сделать, потому что нам чертовски нужен пистолет. Без него мы никуда не сможем пойти. Желательно бы к этому моменту еще где-то накопать 2 очка навыков. Ну, технически одно. Надеюсь, что мы его обнаружим. А, черт. Ладно, вернемся назад. В целом, пока что могу сказать, что игра мне нравится, но иногда беготня туда-сюда по очень скобристым улочкам.
Hey, was there something you needed? Another thing. Great. I love those. What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. He wasn't pan-fried. He was fine. Okay, the kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must. Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know.
He really doesn't like it being classier.
Yeah, well, she's not a guest. What? We were just paying you a comp. Good thing that guest pays for her stuff on time. I'll forward her the bill and be done with it. Is there anything else? Oh, okay, well...
It takes a lot of willpower not to argue.
Okay, what is back there? Ha! I knew it. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean. No, I was just wondering...
He was wondering about something business-related, about how much money he could make off one.
No, but we could diversify the end. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here.
Sounds like he cares about the place. He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a...
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about it.
Everyone knows of it. I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling. It's a sign of the Whirling in Rags.
Relax, Mr.
Приветствую.
Gatt. I'm sure there is no doom.
У нас
He simply
немного не
wants to share his
задалось с
discoveries with you.
Beholder'ом. Я сильно тупила, там нужно много гайдов. Я, мягко говоря, не люблю играть по гайдам, потому что люблю личный экспириенс. Но из минусов Beholder'а, если ты не играешь по гайдам, то ты получаешь концовку, но концовка это просто вариация твоей смерти. Я получила то ли 2, то ли 3.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial air for 14 years, man?
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively.
Yeah, even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area. I don't place much stock in the curse and so on,
Да,
but the
поэтому я
label
решила
frightens the
расслабиться в
clientele.
Disco Elysium.
Who wants to stay at a doomed hostel?
Как-никак,
Everything's doomed enough without that.
тут больше дел, которые я могу завершить. Тут больше вариаций. И, мягко говоря, даже неудачные проверки все равно приведут тебя к какому-никакому финалу, который, даст тебе выжить в большинстве случаев. Да, тут тоже дофига концовок, связанных с тем, что ты инфаркт словил или, напоролся на выстрел. Но они, скажем так, можно их и не встретить за всю игру, ей-богу. То есть, да, я за все время откинулась тут только один раз, когда с чуваком в том куске экрана что-то повздорила, и он в меня выстрелил. А судя по чертовой записке в конце, нашли 2 тела в канаве. Так.
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? Hail, Holy Queen, by the Athenians. Hail, Holy Queen of the...
Good pick.
Some real estate...
There is an acrimonious note. It's clear he's doing the real work around here.
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't...
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you.
Anyway, I thought we were talking about the Whirling. Luck has got nothing. So, if you didn't have anything else to tell... Yes?
Так, чё в сегодняшних планах? Вот это мы уже запороли. Здесь тоже. Если вкратце, то вот это вот все с понедельника, скорее всего, мы забываем. Эту штуку к черту, эту штуку тоже к черту. Вот это нам нужно. Это плюс-минус нужно. Так. Блин, это снова нужно будет подниматься наверх. Это мы сделаем по пути к другому квесту. В целом, вот этот квест на рейвером открыть ночной клуб нам нужно. Но я хочу подготовиться и прийти туда с вкачанным в максимум авторитетом. Потому что там будет одна очень интересная проверочка, связанная с тем, чтобы самому потанцевать и Кима заставить. И там нужен просто максимальный авторитет и везение. Поэтому качаемся, ребята, качаемся. Так, что еще? Это к черту. Это не к черту. Это к черту. В целом, окей. Вот это очень важно. Без этого мы никуда не пойдем. Так. Адьос. Так, опять наверх бежать. Почему один человек? Ну, я смотрю на чат через свой аккаунт же. То есть, ну, типа, я с телефона пользуюсь на ютубе для того, чтобы читать ваши комментарии. Потому что мне, ей-богу, очень западло выставлять на мониторе кусок чего-либо, связанного с чатом. Мне легче, ну, просто как бы читать с теле.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions.
Like, for example,
Actually, officer,
a nickname?
I guess.
Lelystad. We have a few questions you can help with.
The young woman cranes her neck, the last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Ну а вообще еще это связано с тем, что Хасё подустала, она сейчас болеет, поэтому, ну, на стриме человек мало. А еще, ну, видимо, слишком поздно для стрима. Но я хочу хотя бы часть закончить квестов сегодня.
He was 42.
42? Are you sure?
He had many scars that made him appear old. We even celebrated his birthday like some weeks ago.
Хехе.
It was a funny 2
Когда
days.
тело осматривали,
He had
говорили,
little
что
reason to lie to
ему
me.
на самом деле меньше 50, допустим, 42.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Points are good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
It isn't. Police work is a cooperative sport.
There is no challenge without competition.
That's too conceptual for me. I just like to get autopsies correct.
He's lying.
Blue. Light blue. They were like... Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful son.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange
Да,
smile.
типа я стримлю
That and
одна
those
в основном.
eyes.
То есть, ну, к примеру, та же самая Хасё, возможно, просмотрит это дело. И, ну, заранее тогда передаю привет в будущее для Хасё. Окей. Поэтому, ну, типа, я буду тут сидеть, проходить, молчать много. Если ты хочешь посидеть здесь, то, в принципе, я не против. Просто пиши что-нибудь в чат, я буду отвечать.
Ah, yes. His hair?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
Так, мы не будем говорить ничего такого. И не будем говорить про какую-то борьбу, не борьбу. Она идет между отделами, но не между нами.
The young woman nods.
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term.
Сова, никто
A
не
nowhere
подключил
town
Совы.
there.
2 человека, и это я смотрю, и ты смотришь.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial.
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrek.
Sex. Alcohol.
Да.
Oh. That.
It's clear she liked it.
It was a map of his life and the places he visited as a soldier. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though. How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." And so it
Да,
goes.
да. Проверю.
Star after star. Oh, yeah. No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms from a small town. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people on the Seminine Island. It is when you're high. It can be a real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet. How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol? I could do it for half of that. Save you some money?
It's quite expensive, miss. But we'll manage. All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more.
Чё за мысля?
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all reckoning. Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition. How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurement. You could ask either one of them.
Мне нравится ее стилистика, мне нравится это повествование, мне нравится много текста. Но мне не всегда нравится строение карты, потому что оно запутано, нету шорткатов. И да, я тут самый казуальчик, который привык к шорткатам. Просто для того, чтобы сходить куда-либо вот туда вот, мы не можем залезть наверх, допустим, отсюда, как мы могли перепрыгнуть за своим пальто. Да.
Huh? How old? 58. You asked. Actually, make that 54. Alcoholism had severely impacted your appearance, and I was wrong about the age of the deceased.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements. To the laboratorium.
Так, сейчас проверим. Так, сейчас быстро посмотрим, что мы открыли. Вдруг что-нибудь интересное. Ладно. Не, типа официальных комиксов нету, помянем. По идее, есть книга, связанная с этой же вселенной. Но удачи тебе найти что-то, что не было переведено даже на другие языки и продалось тиражом не больше 1000 копий. Но в целом можешь попробовать что-нибудь прочитать. Я знаю, насколько это иронично звучит, да, чел. Поэтому я сама не взялась за прочтение. Типа, не знаю кто как, но я не могу терпеть чтение. Да, говорит человек, который играет в Disco Elysium, тут весело. Типа, мне в целом нравится атмосфера игры, за исключением нескольких деталей. Ну, типа, это уже мои придирки, притирки и так далее. Плюс надо учитывать разработчиков, надо учитывать их состояние. Боже мой, зачем мне в этом разбираться? Так. Так. Сейчас нам нужно бежать. Нужно бежать куда-сюда. Нет, не сюда. Надо бежать туда. Гениально. Да, я думала, что в целом после того, как получили люди Disco Elysium и узнали о том, что в смысле, что тут еще была книга, они...
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice squeaks.
Ладно.
You see the prime.
Yeah, well,
Чёрт.
I have no idea.
Sooner or later.
Так. Идем на второй этаж. О, да тут чертовски темно без фонарика. Да, он не хочет идти без фонарика. Чё, боимся? Так. Моторика. Какая же здесь музыка хорошая. Прям чертовски хорошая. Что ж.
As before, this is directly above the central furnace in the cellar.
Так. Ну что ж, нам, думаю, придется бегать туда-сюда. Если что, сразу пойдем дальше по квестам и забудем про это дело. Типа, черт. Так, рейверам открыть клуб. Ловушки. К черту, к черту. Не к черту. Так. Может, придется подняться на второй этаж. Так.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Так, сейчас. Квиксейв, квиксейв, квиксейв. Да, теперь
A
я
thick
буду
layer of
квиксейвить.
coal dust covers something breaks
Не
loose in
стоит.
you. A mighty. You've awakened the entity. You hear a low rumble.
After you, officer.
A hollow ring goes through
Sure.
the furnace. Your toe hurts.
Yes?
Нет, 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 мы не разговариваем с Кимом, мы не разговариваем с Кимом. Не сейчас, мы не будем расстраивать его. Так, Кима, я не знаю, что будет с комиксом, чувак. Типа, я как обычно надеюсь на везение, а тут разрабы. О, вот, наконец-то, наконец-то. О, балдеж, балдеж. Так, сейчас, секундочку. Смотри, разрабы Disco Elysium, один чувак 10 лет бухал и, боже мой, ДНД партейки делал. Другой чел, ну, его просто встретили где-то в баре. Я не собираюсь писать книгу, потому что книги... я понимаю, что это не самый лучший способ передачи всего. Некоторые достаточно тонкие моменты будет сложно передать в книге, на них сразу обращается внимание. То есть то, что ты можешь не заметить на рисунке из-за, скажем так, скорости взгляда, ты легко заметишь в книге, потому что это выглядит как грёбаный слон в посудной лавке. Так, ну что, тогда поговорим?
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? So what kind of die?
Could this be the malicious entity? She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. Mostly, they just... Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the dice.
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with her role-playing games. You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Very good. My rating. Take a look around.
This person means you or no one. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty.
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some, not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
Артбук? Ну, знаешь, я думаю, на всякий случай сделать комиксы-артбуки, чувак. И да, боже мой, стрим переходит в обсуждение чайной мечты. То есть смотри, по идее, я думаю, некоторые моменты прояснить в самом комиксе в основе. Про Лоуренса, а точнее его прошлое, можно чуть ли не отдельный комикс сделать, коротенький, но я думаю сделать сборничек. Типа, знаешь, плотненький такой том, и там просто сборники коротких историй с персонажами, которые не вошли в основную историю по тем или иным причинам. И у меня сюжетно обоснованно есть буквально внутри самого сюжета книжка с лором, проясняющим некоторые приколы, связанные с уровнем реальности и прочей дичью. Типа, возможно, я тебе как-нибудь расскажу про то, как это дело появилось в моей чертовой голове и как оно перешло в что-то другое. Так.
Nothing really.
Who cares about the dead body? The lieutenant looks at his note.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear any...
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window. It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it. And I prefer I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen. It's really hard to make it. Well, there's all during daytime.
She's heard of the murder. She's not sorry to disappoint you.
But I never saw anyone during that.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? Of course. Tell me what you have in mind. I think I have just the right one for you.
Police colors.
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best.
Сова, нет, никто. Никто. Боже мой, мне все-таки нужно, наверное, иногда выводить чат на экран, потому что, боже мой, какие тут иногда странные вопросы бывают, ей-богу. Сова, ты, наверное, помнишь мою позицию насчет моих же персонажей. Я не могу их заставить делать что-либо чисто ради прикола и веселья. У них есть хорошо прописанная сюжетка, и они не пойдут против нее.
Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
Overthink it. Your hands can't agree what to do, and the two dice drop to the floor and scatter in opposite directions.
Ah, down the drain, like your career. I apologize, officer. That comment was unnecessary.
Так.
That one is made of bloodstone with a
О,
lapis
мы получили
lazuli inlay.
20-гранную
The
косточку.
other one was the
Я
inverse.
сейчас в руках
There
держу
were a set, you
такую
see,
же, но
but now the set is
она у меня
broken.
бирюзовая. Похожа на море. Сова, я не могу представлять неканоничный кроссовер и так далее, потому что это слишком сильно вбилось в мое сознание. То есть вообще ноль свободы воли, судя по всему.
It's a shame. They might have brought you luck. New.
Is she pitying you?
Now, was there anything else? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. But when I arrived,
Plaisance was right. Does it mean she's unlawfully
Or creative.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other business.
more or less, are you interested in anyone specific?
Атмосферное место, типа, это выглядит как настоящее место для работы. У нее есть явно какие-то раздатчики вот здесь вот. У нее здесь лежат косточки. Здесь всякая фигня явно валяется прикольная. Здесь рисунки для разных костей, то есть она шарит в своем деле, более чем. У нее хороший стол, много инструментов и так далее. Все в порядке. Достаточно удобный стол, стул и так далее. В целом, очень хорошее место, где даже воздух хороший идет.
Rats scuttle in the dark rooms under the abandoned blow dryers and dusty mannequin.
Yes,
You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at you.
I guess it just wasn't the time. It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer athletes
Общественный
away
боксерский
from
клуб,
drugs
боже
and
мой, это
crime.
могло быть простой отсылкой к боксерскому клубу, но я даже не знаю. Комната врача? Я как-нибудь тебе ее опишу, она выглядит не так хорошо. Ну не то чтобы не так хорошо, она полна всякого хлама. Несмотря на то, какой врач хороший человек и как он организует свою работу, у него очень много бумаг, с которыми он не справляется. И он их держит просто на столе. Так.
Kuno. Who's Kuno?
Так, да он же тут король.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him. I think it would take more than a gym to help with that. A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with it. Didn't.
You should have known it.
Eventually, the coalition took away the fund. Oh, the turns out, and they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's a sub-road.
Nothing changes in
О,
her
сейчас,
tone
мне
as
кажется,
she
мы
says that,
накликаем
as if it's just
диалогами
another piece of
всякого.
information to lay out for the world.
Если бы ты стала почти растением, то чтобы... Боже мой. Окей. Если бы чай был растением, то, скорее всего, я была бы какой-нибудь знаете, лекарственной травой или около того. Боярышник или что-то близкое к этому делу. На самом деле я бы могла упомянуть розы, потому что не то чтобы семейное сокровище, но типа того. Возможно, маленькие плетучие розочки, которые небольшие, а просто заплетают какие-то пространства, когда за ними нет контроля. Маленькие, возможно, малиновые, скорее всего, малиново-фиолетовые. Чтоб чай делать, что сказать, и украшать места, которые украсить уже нечем. Или нет возможности. Ну, необычные вопросы, продолжай, мне нравится.
What does she mean?
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate...
Good luck with that. You mean Mr.
But what drugs exactly?
Anything else? There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, and... Yet then you know how... And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in Kyton from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could... Really?
В субботу?
Anyway.
Ну, думаю, да. Мне нужно будет посмотреть, что у меня там с расписанием на субботу. Я даже не знаю, ей-богу. Мне нужно будет проконсультироваться с мамкой, потому что она может меня резко утащить по каким-то делам, куда я бы не хотела идти.
Poor guy. Suddenly.
They were made by a company. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. The usual, I imagine.
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. Oh, I have no idea.
Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No. Wait. Forget it. It would take
Сколько раз
too
стрим
long.
будет на неделе? Но это зависит от загруженности, от того, какие праздники, потащит ли меня куда-то, как там у мамы дела обстоят. Потому что как-никак мне все-таки иногда нужно выходить из дома. Да, звучит страшно, знаю. Но мы любим прогулки. У нас не то чтобы красивый город, но в нем можно найти некоторые вещи. Охренеть, мы косплеем Кима, мы проходим сквозь предметы. Так.
Fortress accident.
She liked them.
They were an inch. They certainly took the usual. Well, they seemed to.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
Yes, but in the end they.
She's right. Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that.
Ага,
Showing
ага.
up to
Сова
work
уже
at all
приплетает
is
своих
difficult,
персонажей, да?
especially if
Flip.
you've been drinking.
Ну, вообще я поняла твою шутку. Не обижайся. Так, сложно.
Still, not everyone is.
The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes.
Anything else?
Да, Сова, если ты ошибся... Да. Теперь у нас есть очень странный кроссовер Disco Elysium и Аркейна. Окей. Вообще, навестите как-нибудь канал Совы. Я должна буду сделать отдельное видео про это дело.
Oh boy, the place was owned by two guys who had some rather that was really just and by men.
Sounds like she really didn't like those. Fritta does the same thing.
Ох ты ж я уронила кубик.
Oh, but they did. They did show up to work and they already had the bear. The bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either. And half the ice cream came out
Люди, которые
malformed and
посмотрят
partially
стрим,
melted.
они, наверное, вообще не поймут, о чем я. Но, наверное, нужно будет как-нибудь устроить стрим, который заточен чисто под персонажей, чисто под какие-то наши смешные дела и разговоры, потому что подкасты есть подкасты. Это круто.
Eventually, Ravishell Ice City lost the price war to its rival. Glass safe. The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast. Oh, Anything else? Oh, right, I think...
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
Нарезки со стримов? Ну, смотри, я допройду Disco Elysium и сделаю нарезочку. Возможно, когда я буду проходить какие-нибудь дополнительные квесты и так далее, то буду записывать отдельно, не как стрим.
That's right. I haven't even read. You could say so.
If the whirling is part...
Yes, my advice. It can't be Are you sure it was Slipstream SEA? Was it a Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric...
No, it was something else. It was too real to be just a prank. Either we're dealing with a professional actress...
Pranks can be eerie.
Так, нет, Сова, я бы не стала играть сейчас в Секиро, я же говорю. Мне не слишком нравятся подобные игры в геймплее. Я привыкла к чему-нибудь более мирному. Типа, мне понравилось смотреть тогда твои стримы, мне понравилось как-то помогать и верещать на фоне, иногда тупо озвучивать что-то. Но нет, не заставляйте меня играть в Секиро, пожалуйста, я не хочу умирать. Я не геймер-герл. Вообще, даже не близко.
The kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity. Sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure. Sure, I'm listening.
Секиро, чё умирает дважды, да.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories replace Sans, the bookshop lady. I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow? Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in? And then there is me. I've been here.
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to rue the curse.
What, so the curse only affects...
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Exactly. Truth is all, but I'm glad we got...
That's all she has to say on the subject. Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her. Augusta
Опять 28%. И 17, наверное, лучшие мои
For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
Didn't we already talk about this? What are you talking about? My address...
No, the old coal plant that...
This doesn't make any sense. Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from? And what? Does it mean that
Don't let her become complacent. She still needs to ward her soul against the evil forces. She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub...
Do you know what this is? It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan.
Сова, ты знаешь, насколько часто я матерюсь? Скорее всего, я скажу, вот ж.
It wasn't just a jewelry shop either. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
Кто? Кто же это? Так.
Yeah, That's why people like it's like every but anyway. Thanks for sharing your I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified.
Предметы. Посмотрите! Я бы себе хотела нечто подобное, но уже у меня есть моя. Я могу понять, что здесь используются явно другие цифры. Ну что ж, тогда уходим к тетеньке, рассказываем, что все хорошо. Какая же тут музыка? Чё за мысля? Да-да. Так, чё, попробуем физуху качнуть? По приколу.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Ох, черт. Так. Черт. Надо будет...
You managed to hoist it off. See? See? This place is cursed.
Weightlifting was never my... At the station gym, I mean.
Так, мыслям. Так, в целом, мне кажется, что... Так. Так, неудачи для всех красных проверок? Нет, ребят. Мы на такой не подписываемся. Кем как выйти. Да, типа, процентики даже высокие не всегда срабатывают. А вот 17 и 28 это мое любимое.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings
Ментальное
in them.
здоровье тут скорее, ну буквально как ментальное здоровье. Я не думаю, что оно что-то особое означает. ХП потеря доведет тебя до сердечного приступа.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? I don't understand. If it's not...
Before you say anything, just don't say you don't have any. Oh, to hell with it. You've come this far. You know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
Too many inconsistencies. What kind of talk is that? I am not doing as well as it looks like I am. Yes, because her business consists of the psych. I see that you've fallen for her manipulation, detective. Thank you for nothing.
Well, total psychic collapse between you two right now.
Бесконечность не предел. Так. Не, она не повышает и не понижает шансы. То есть это просто связано с игровыми условностями, чувак.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am.
A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs.
Так, что у нас здесь? В целом, авторитет максимум, эмпатия. Черт. Так, вот грубая сила у нас есть, авторитет есть, скорость реакции эквилибристика балдежно. Вот логика, самообладание. Последнее, что нам, думаю, остается. Так, сейчас. Татуировки жертвы. Еще кого-нибудь? Так. Рейверы. Сейчас мы, наверное, идем. Знаете, куда? Мы идем на не то чтобы островок, мы идем в более заброшенную часть Рибашоля. Ура! Сейчас мы как попадем в мой город. О! Сейчас будем шугать малолеток. Йоу! Не трогайте.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
В общем, если вкратце, они сейчас обсуждают мотокарету купре Кинема, которая принадлежит Киму, прям при нем. Посмотрите, как он невозмутимо стоит и смотрит на этих придурков. Мы сейчас этот ломик будем использовать по назначению, чтобы ломать.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull valve.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage,
it's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man.
Was it a good idea on the lieutenant's?
I can tell you who we're not.
Which is not
the part of this
These skull people are more than an authority. They're deities.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A true artist of the future.
Да, типа,
like
Ким вообще мега хорош. Не, ну не то чтобы ни на что не реагировать. Он просто в определенный момент возникает, у всех случается инфаркт, инсульт и прочее, а мы стоим такие: Ким, хехе, это Ким.
By the way, if you see Cindy...
There isn't a hint of hate in them. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Old man.
A young woman kneels on a sheet of ice, as if looking for something.
Yep. Old.
Yeah, man. It's like
the Union does
apart from the
Don't you worry.
Yeah, we are. Mm-hmm. What about them?
Хорошо, просто там немного просто развезенная информация, так сказать. Так.
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving to what I mean by this?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jack.
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times. You get more fish in a shorter time. And for time is because when one fucks...
Is it a coincidence that here we have two badass jackets and two badass cops?
Yes? What is? What are you implying? I'm not sure I understand you, detective. Neither. Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements. Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Murder? Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you.
Also, he was hanged. He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
Sure. Understandable. Fuck, and I appreciate your effort, though.
Сумрак, сука.
No.
Сработало! Ребята, мы получаем 2 курточки. Мы можем заставить Кима носить одну из
The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
What? No. Skulls don't have kings.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down.
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to get us?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want?
You got it. No need for cruelty.
Oh, man. Okay. I get it.
Черт. По микрофону ударила. Ля, без этих курок. Так это вот... я даже не знаю, типичные... Вот я такого чувака точно видела у себя в городе, как и такого.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you. This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jackets will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore.
Cold-hearted cop.
The need will not arise.
Случай будет, я обещаю.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with his written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to you, right? And
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
Одежда. Срочно. Так. О мой бог. О мой бог, как мы хорошо выглядим. Сумрак. Мрачный мир. Безвкусное самовыражение. Ким. 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 Ким, нам нужно поговорить об этой куртке. Нужно. Обязательно нужно. Ладно, главное меню. Квиксейв, квиксейв. Продолжаем бежать. Стоп. Стоп. Мы недостаточно шикарно выглядим. Опа! Где моя электрохимия? Опа! Все. Так, инструменты. Бумбокс. Вместо фонарика. Господи. Да мы икона. Let's go. Адский рейв, чуваки. Можно ли еще раз посидеть? Блин, посидеть нельзя. А вот так вы согласны со мной ходить? Если я буду в кимоно.
Waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down.
Присутствие Кима ситуация
Simmer
неловкая.
down.
Увидимся. 3:17. Что мы тут вообще делаем? Так. Ага. Пока не увидите пирс. Тит. Ага. Так, ну мы пока идем к церкви, знаете. Ваше радио не ловит. Так, я на секунду пойду афкашить. Нужно достать парочку вещей.